Good morning, Generals, and welcome back to the HMS Wake Up Call.
Today's date is Friday, November 3rd, and it's National Jellyfish Day, so make sure to show some appreciation for our jellyfishes.
If you are at all interested in auditioning for this year's play, The Little Mermaid, please join the Google Classroom using the code XGBRT06.
The annual food drive will begin on Monday, November 6th. We would like each homeroom to fill at least one box with the assigned items for the food drive. Make sure to talk to your homeroom teachers about what to bring in. Teachers, please choose 1 to 2 students to be responsible for decorating a box for your homeroom. The drive will end on November 10th, and our main point for our annual food drive is because we may have some families in the school that cannot afford a Thanksgiving dinner. You never know who you're helping, and you never know whether you will find yourself or someone you love in a similar situation. We can't wait to kick off.
Veterans Day is coming up, and speaking of, the Veterans Day concert is right around the corner. It'll be Thursday, November 9th in the HHS Theater. The HMS and band will be performing at the HMS Chorus and band will be performing at 6 p.m. Then the HHS Choir Wind Ensemble will be performing at 7 p.m. All veterans are encouraged to attend and will be honored. The concert is free to attend. They'll be collecting donations at the concert for the Wounded Warrior Project. We would love to see you there, especially if you are a veteran or want to bring a veteran.
The FFA Honey fundraiser ends Friday, November 3rd, today. Please turn in all orders and money to Mr. Butler. The November FFA meeting will be Thursday, November 9th after school. They will have nachos and cheese. Remember, you need to be picked up by 4:30.
Robotics has a field trip today to the Hunter Museum. They will leave during first block and return by 2 p.m. Robotics members, remember to bring your money for lunch and your jacket.
NJHS members, listen up. Anyone who has NJHS money needs to bring it to Win, Gas, or Dunphy before the end of first block. It's not due today, but it is due by induction. Today is also election day for NJHS. All videos have been posted in the Google Classroom, and the election Google form will be posted for everyone today at 12:30. Please make sure to vote before the end of 7th block.
Now on to BG and Vivian with our lunch and weather.
Hey there, Heritage! It's Vivian and BG with lunch and weather. Before I talk about today's menu, here's my cheesy reminder for teachers to log into Silox. Why didn't the son go to college? Because it already has many degrees.
Now let's talk about food. Today we'll be having pepperoni or cheese pizza or chicken tetrazzini with a roll. And of course, with your choice of milk.
Terrible.
So tomorrow's lunch is whatever you want because it is the weekend.
Let's talk about the weather. Today's weather is currently 32 degrees with a high of 66 and a low of 30, with 0% chance of rain and wind speed at 6 miles per hour.
Now onto our daily tongue twister. We're going to play rock, paper, scissors, and the loser has to say it. Okay, go for it.
Any noise annoys an oyster, but a noisy noise annoys an oyster more. Any noise annoys an oyster, but a noisy noise annoys an oyster more.
Yeah. Now a little announcement from Cruz.
Okay, now I'm coming over here. Let's squeeze through. Alright, here we go. Good morning, Generals. Cruz here with a couple of announcements. Today is our color battle day. If you have any final donations to turn in, please meet me in the cafeteria after morning announcements. I will see you all at lunch to give you t-shirts and wristbands. There you go.
Next up, we have Shining Stars with Aubrey and Sarah Kate.
Hey y'all, it's Aubrey and Sarah Kate with Shining Stars. For today's birthdays, we have Ralph Balabina and Camden Goolsby. Happy birthday to both of you. For our Ready Level Ups, we have Cami Keith, Julia Cummings, Mason Boyd, Sky Flamia, Aubrey Cummings, Christian Marcus, Brad Stephen, Savannah Smith, Ava Murdoch, Lila Smith, Roxanne W., Megan Blackwell, Emma K. Hall, and Logan Potts. And for today's Reading Plus Level Ups, we have Brody Slayton, Aiden Martin, Lily Abston, Delilah Sanders, Aubrey Cummings, Callan Buzzard 2 times, Mia Johnson, Henry Nance, Katie Hamilton, Dax Bradford, Gunnar Eldridge, Briley Davis, Leland Dott, Aaliyah Long, Savannah Huff, Miranda Hicks, Kaser Mangrum, Jasper Parson, AJ Liner, Aiden Williams, Trey Hamilton, Jacob Dois, Maddie Kubler, and Layla Smith. Great job, Generals.
Also, this week, teachers and students make sure to write kind notes to our wonderful custodial staff and put them on the shout-out wall in the dining hall.
The induction ceremony for NJHS is next week on November 8th at 9 o'clock. So if you're an 8th grader and if you made NJHS, make sure to wear church attire. For example, girls will wear dresses or skirts that will be fingertip length, and boys will wear collared shirts, dress pants, and a bow or tie. And a bow or tie is optional.
If you are a 7th grader who wants to know how to make NJHS next year, here are the requirements. You must maintain a cumulative overall middle school average of 90%. You must demonstrate sound and effective leadership, admirable citizenship, and trustworthy character. You must be an active member in clubs, meetings, and activities. You must maintain a clean discipline record, no officer referrals or suspensions.
Next up, we have Ariel and Abby with house happenings.
Hey Generals, it's Abby and Ariel with House Happenings.
The standings have been updated. Isabindi is still in first place with points at 3,597. Andraka is in second with 3,555. It's a strange number. Nukamori is in third with 3,507. And Amistad moves up to fourth with 3,341. Altruismo fell behind them with 3,327. And Rivera is in last with 3,263.
Attention, all leaders, you have a field trip today. You will leave at 8:30 and come back at 1:15.
These are direct words from Miss Boyd. We appreciate everyone's participation this year in the pumpkin decorating contest. All pumpkins will need to be picked up by Friday or they will be yeeted outside.
Next Friday, Amistad and Nukamori go to their H2O projects. Make sure to turn in your form so you can go.
Remind your teachers to give out points to students who are wearing house spirit.
Now on to a video including college game day pictures.
I'm here with Judd Mitchell, and we're going to talk to him about this week's college football picks. So, what's your thoughts on the LSU versus Alabama game?
I got Alabama winning.
I'm here with Austin Summers, and we're going to talk about some college game day picks. So, how do you feel about LSU versus Alabama?
I think Alabama's going to win.
Maybe biased, I don't know. All right, I'm here with Mr. Wallace, and we're going to ask him about the college football game day picks. So, how do you feel about LSU versus Alabama?
LSU Alabama is going to be a tricky one. You got Jaden Daniels at quarterback for LSU, who's really hot right now. You got a pretty good receiving core at LSU, and got a really stingy defense. But Alabama's Alabama. They're starting to put things together a little bit. They started off the season kind of slow, but now they're starting to gain some steam. So I want to go Alabama with this one in a close game.
I'm here, Mr. Parrish. We're going to ask him his college game day picks. LSU versus Alabama.
Alabama.
How about Missouri versus Georgia?
Georgia. Go Dogs.
Missouri versus Georgia. Georgia, Brock Bowers is hurt. So how do you feel about that, just going into that game? Like, how do you think that outcome's going to happen?
I'm still sticking with Georgia.
How about Missouri versus Georgia?
Missouri's hot, but it's hard to beat Georgia. I mean, Georgia's on top right now. They got the undefeated streak going. They're doing a lot better. They're probably going to finish out the season undefeated. Always capping it off with Missouri. Missouri's going to be our biggest test, I think, this season. Already handled Kentucky, their loss. Tennessee shouldn't be a problem. And so Missouri's going to be our test. I think Georgia still wins by 2 touchdowns.
Missouri or Georgia?
Georgia.
All right, and how do we feel about Texas A&M and Ole Miss?
You know, this is a tricky one. You know, Texas A&M got two legendary coaches. You know, with Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. You know, he's got a pretty good quarterback. Dart, he's a fighter. You know, he's a kind of a dual threat. He can run it, he can throw it. Had a really rocky game last week or 2 weeks ago, and so. But I think Texas A&M, they got a lot of young guys that are really good. I think Jimbo, he dials them up. I think.
Texas A&M versus Ole Miss.
I got Ole Miss.
What about Texas A&M versus Ole Miss?
I think Ole Miss will.
All right.
Texas A&M or Ole Miss?
Ole Miss.
Go and try your luck. Test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search.
No, it is Thomas Appreciation Day, so let's appreciate Thomas.
And if you have money for Apex, take it to the gym, not the dining hall.
Welcome to sports. Signing into Silox.
Girls basketball is late practice this week, and next Thursday they have their first game against RMS here.
Boys basketball has an early practice. Varsity will be at Peavine. They also have their first game next Thursday away at Lakeview Middle.
The day is coming for varsity wrestles.
Varsity wrestlers.
Tomorrow, the first tournament is at Ringgold Middle School. There will be in a tournament pool with Macaulay, Dade, and Tryon. The winner of their pool will wrestle the winner of the other pool, which is Ringgold, Calhoun, Gladden, and Ashworth.
The swim team has a swim meet November 9th at Dalton High School.
Now on to
Elizabeth and Emily with the pledge.
Now let's pledge to the American and Georgia flag.
Everyone please stand. Attention, right hand salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Georgia flag. Attention, right hand salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the Georgia flag and to the principles for which it stands, wisdom, justice, moderation, and courage. Last but not least, always remember to be respectful, responsible, safe, and to be a general. Thank you for tuning in to the HMS Wake Up Call, and as always, go Generals.